to be like the beginning of Anchorman. And he's just like, I can't remember what he was doing, like all the vocal exercises in Anchorman.
Oh, yeah. The priest punched the child square in the face.
Yeah, that was
In the face.
I can't really
Porcupine grenades. Episode
18.
Dun, 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 dun.
We're actually getting serious.
Happy Monday, you people. We are... What time is it? It's 20 past 12. And we're about to drink whiskey.
Yeah. I've got to move house tomorrow, so we're doing it a day early.
Yeah.
The last three, this will be the third one in a row where we've not done it on our usual routine.
I'm looking forward to getting back to the usual routine.
Yeah, me too. I think as of next week, it probably should be. I can't see anything as of now that would disrupt that. So.
Mandates are back on.
Yeah, mandates. We come in, do it on Friday night after finishing work and all that. Have a nice sipperoonie on some whiskey. Record the podcast.
Watch a movie.
Watch like an 80s, 90s action film.
Awesomely crap movie.
Yeah, end up staying probably a bit too late.
Yeah,
and then
nice breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, a bit of a lie and some breakfast, and it's nice and chilled.
It's good to get back.
Yeah, it's a very good little reset of my week.
Not having it, I think has been the reason my whole world's off kilter. Because this week has been productively unproductive.
Yeah.
I've sorted out a load of stuff and completed nothing. Like, I felt only. I don't know why I looked at my watch then to find the day. What day is it? One.
Does that sum up how you're doing so far?
Fuck me, does it? Yeah, I don't know. So what we're on now? Thursday?
Yes.
Yeah, Thursday. I only felt like I woke up yesterday into the week. Like, my week started yesterday.
Yeah.
Whereas the first day where I was like, I feel like me again. It was weird. But every time this happens, somebody was messaging me going, the moons have just changed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, So it's this moon cycle. When it changes over, every time it coincides with me having this, like, weird mood.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to think maybe there's something
man
to
period.
that. It is. It's the man period. The man-moon period.
There is, like, hormonal, like...
It's gravitational effect like on the world. There's 100%. I mean, you can see it with tidal.
Yeah, of course.
Everything happens.
Surely it's got to have noticeable effect on Earth.
Yeah.
Like, what's the body like? 70 or 80% water or something?
That
ridiculous?
And the fact that obviously God knows what else it affects whilst it's pushing in and out with all the stuff we can't see.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that has an effect on me because honestly, I just didn't feel like I was even me for 4 days solid. Like every day that I'd get up early.
Yeah. And
then I'd sit, it'd be 9 o'clock, and then all of a sudden it'd be 3.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it'd be 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I was like skipping time. I
was
not back into the future. I was just futuring. There was no back to the future.
That Adam Sandler film, Click.
I was clicking.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Swear to God.
That film was amazing and then just turned so sad so quickly. You're like not ready for it.
I wasn't ready for that. Especially in the time because he did loads of funny films, then did that one out of nowhere. And you're like, Adam Sandler.
And then I'm like, he's just lost his whole life.
Oh, this is miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only watched that once.
Yeah, it's a good film. I remember it was like, it got heavy very quickly.
Is it quick? It is pretty quick, isn't it?
Yeah.
What did I watch the other night? I had to watch. I have this problem, right? If I start watching something, even if I hate it and walk away from it, I have to finish it. This is one of those movies. Yeah, it's just because I have to know. Like, does it get shitter or does it stay as shit? Like, because if it gets shitter, then it's even more like, why the hell was this even made?
Yeah.
And it's called something like Thunder Squad or Thunder something, and it's got that. She's fat again now.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I saw it.
Funny.
It's on. Was it Netflix? Is it or something like that?
Yeah, it's a Netflix movie.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah,
like
it's like a comedy Avengers kind of style thing. From what I saw.
Let's cast 2 women in a superhero role because feminism. And let's make them both fat and old.
Yeah.
Like, fuck's sake, could you make it less appealing to watch? Only reason I watched it is because the main character. What's she called?
I know who you're on about. She's
less
hilarious.
Angry Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, she's like hilarious in some stuff.
She can be brilliantly funny, but she can also be quite serious, when she needs to be. She's in a serious one coming up with redhead woman, Nicole Kidman.
Right.
Yeah, not a comedy one. She's in that. It's something that looks a bit creepy. So I thought, right, she's hit and miss. Spy, freaking amazing. Hilarious.
Yes.
Love that.
Yeah,
that was the last one I think I watched of hers. It was really good.
Yeah, I saw that. That's hilarious. I watched that not too long ago again.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Jason Statham in that is hilarious because he's like It's like Jason Statham, be you, but like 10 times you.
Yeah, cartoonise yourself.
Yeah. He fucking nails it. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I know what. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that was my lowest point of the week was the fact that I had to finish Thunder Shit, the movie off. The character who plays alongside her is this. I don't know. She looks like just a nothing of a. I think she's in that movie where she's mother or something like that. She's this. It's a black lady who's got a bit goggly eyed.
Yeah. I've seen her in a few things. I think she was in The Help.
Yeah, she's just
and a few others. She was very good in that.
Are they serious movies?
Yeah.
Serious one.
I don't know. It's kind of like got the odd areas of levity with like a bit of comedy.
They're fighting in this, and like the black woman has zero athleticism in the entirety of her body.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop calling it the black woman because it's the worst way of phrasing it.
Well, there's a white woman and a black woman in it. That's like how you differentiate if you don't know their names.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I'm gonna say it. But I don't ever understand this. What's the problem? Like if somebody called me beige, I'd be like, yeah. I don't take offence from it. Anyway,
but in that context, they're both women, about the same age, about the same size. The only defining instant thing is one's got darker skin than the other one.
And she's not funny.
Yeah.
And she's not athletic.
Yeah.
And her character's boring. I'm just like, who made this movie? Who got paid? Who saw this script? Who cast her? Because the whole thing is just a flop. Like from flop.
Really?
But it's not cheap because the stunts in it are decent.
Yeah.
Like the fight scenes are actually pretty good. But she's terrible. And I'm just like, she got cast and paid for that.
Yeah.
When they could have cast somebody like an unknown.
But is that part of the comedy that it's meant to be like?
No. She is you start with them, they're like young kids.
Yeah.
And what's hilarious is the one whose name we can't remember, who's the funny woman. Mm-hmm. She starts her kid who's playing her from the beginning is fat from all the way through.
Yeah.
The other girl is just like a geeky girl, but she's not like overweight or anything. So then they go through the first 10-15 minutes of the movie as them as kids.
Yeah.
And then it's her later in life. Obviously she's like not done much, whatever, blah blah blah. The whole point is she gets superpowers because this other girl's super clever and wanted to create superpowers to fight against these other people that got it from a meteor strike, who decided to not be good with it. Mm-hmm. And she appears after like X amount of years of them being apart. She walks into a room and she's this big fat woman. You're like, what?
Yeah.
When did she get fat, dowdy, and less athletic? The girl at the beginning doesn't look anything like it.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. So the moment it's just massive, just like flop. Ugh. And I stopped it, went to bed, left it alone, came down, did my unproductive day of work, and thought, well, may as well punish yourself.
Yeah. Have you watched The Mandalorian?
Yes, all of it. The moment it came out.
I only started it like a couple months back, but I'm almost finished on the second season now.
It's so far behind. Everyone's already watched that who had any clue it was even on TV.
Yeah,
You're months behind.
No, I know it's been out for ages. I watched the first episode, or I watched half of the first episode and just didn't get into it when it first came out. And then, I don't know why, I just didn't. And then I just left it for ages.
I'm not a massive Star Wars nerd by any means, but I love the original movies.
Yeah.
I have not rated any of the other ones after it. They just... Jesus, the storylines are like Swiss cheese. And some of the actors they picked, oh my God.
I don't think, like, for whatever reason, none of them acted well in it. Even people that are decent actors in other films, like Ewan McGregor and stuff like that, was still wooden as fuck.
The problem with these freaking movies now is they're casting people based on race or gender rather than who's good for a role.
Yeah.
And movies are suffering as a result of it. I don't care if the entire cast is purple.
Yeah.
If they suit the role, cast a person.
Yeah.
Stop changing shit. Like, even you can just see it, and it's like not even a smooth transition. It's a blatant, obvious.
Yeah.
We've got to fill a gender role. We've got to fill a color role.
Yeah.
Just like, fuck me, people.
Yeah.
Like, really? If you're watching a movie and criticizing the movie on who's casting what thing because of the skin color, don't go to the fucking movies. Stop ruining it for everyone. I
think it's because
complaining.
Like I don't know, a few years back, there was just so many. Obviously, like there's a whole whitewashing thing. Did you watch Exodus, Gods and Men? And it's all like, it's a shit film in general. But like everyone there, pretty much every actor in it is white.
But wouldn't they have been because it's Egyptian times? Isn't that the point?
Well, they're not going to be white. They would have been like Egyptian, so they would have had tan skin. Obviously, the thing is, for a blockbuster film, there is very limited gender pool, like the vast majority of actors in Hollywood, there's a lot of white people there. So they're just going to struggle with if it were.
I don't think that's true.
You know? So how many Egyptian actors are?
Have you ever been to LA? It couldn't be more multicultural.
No, okay. I'm talking about like if they're going to, in a blockbuster film, they're only going to be putting in A-list
You mean
celebrities.
when they're going for names?
Yeah. So like think of how many A-list Egyptian celebrities are there.
Yeah, like, but they don't do that though. They would have then cast like African people in their roles because of the pressure to do
like
that.
Christian Bale
turned Thor into a woman.
Yeah.
You know, all this stuff that's just happening. Just like I swear to God, it's all middle-aged white blokes making these decisions who are out of touch with society.
Probably, I can't
panicking.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, quite possibly. I don't necessarily think many people get mad, especially if it is the role.
Like when you watched Blade, did it even cross your mind that he was black?
No,
it never even entered my head. He was just cool.
Yeah, he was just Blade.
He was just fucking awesome. Yeah. I couldn't hit in that and Demolition Man. Yeah. At no point did I see his skin color.
Yeah,
he was just a fucking dope actor, perfect for that role.
Yeah. Like, I wish everything that went down with Wesley Snipes didn't happen. Because if he was still going and still being Wesley Snipes,
well, he was in the Expendables.
Yeah,
and he was good in that.
Yeah, it's just because he had that long time.
He just had a lot of issues personally, didn't he?
Yeah, and apparently he was a nightmare to work with.
Yeah,
he just like wouldn't leave his trailer and stuff like that, and he was just like smoking weed in his trailer, and
they had
to like coax him out, and he wouldn't do scenes.
Just like coax him out with crackers. Come on.
Yeah, and he like wouldn't do scenes with certain people, and he wouldn't he wouldn't let people talk to him and stuff like that. Apparently, he was a nightmare to work with, but I don't know whether that was over exaggerated or
uber famous at one point though, didn't he? With the Blade series.
Yeah,
I'd probably say it's over exaggerated a little bit.
Yeah, quite
but probably not totally.
What's your favourite Blade?
I think the second one.
Yeah, I would have to say the second one as well. I love the first one. I love Deacon Frost and
Deacon is amazing.
Like what's his name? Christopher Dwarf.
Yeah, you're close. Whatever. I know what you're saying.
Dwarf.
You sound like a dog.
I don't know. Christopher Dwarf. Is it Christopher? I don't even know.
It sounds right. Yeah. I'm terrible with names. I'm the worst person to ask.
But I like it. I liked him in that. He was like a very cool character, and the whole blood god thing, and like the big blob, the really massive like Jar Jar Binks.
When they put the UV light on him, he screams.
What's the thing you like Star Wars? That's
Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt, but like a vampire Jabba the Hutt. That's the one. There's some good stuff in there. But then in the second one, where they've got that like the split mouth vampires, and then there's the whole squad of vampires. I just thought that made it very cool.
It was cool. The team. Like,
Ron Perlman was in it, wasn't he?
There's that and Underworld are my favourites for the Vamp series.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the Underworld films in a long time.
They're so good.
Yeah,
they're still
Kate
good. She's so hot.
Yeah, Kate Beckinsale was nice. Very nice. I used to have literally like a huge like Underworld poster, like took up my whole wall. So when I was a kid, I don't know whether you can still do it, but I'm not advising anyone to do it. But like, so at bus stops, when you used to have the posters in like on the side of the bus stops, so they were protected by a big like glass or plastic frame.
There's a felony coming on here.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't do this, obviously, even though I had like loads of these posters. So you could prise the bottom of them open, and the posters are held in just little metal clips. So if you can get your hand in, you can just push it up and then pull down on it, and it'll slide out the clip, and you can feed the bottom of the poster out and then just roll it up, and you'll pull the poster clean out. So if you wanted to redecorate your room with gigantic, because like you can't even buy posters that big because they're literally like floor to ceiling, and they're like nearly like 2.2 meters high. Wow. They're fucking huge.
Yeah.
I used to have my bedroom always decorated those. I'd go around Wolverhampton as a kid, just stealing posters that I liked. I was just like, that's a cool one. So I just had a huge Lara Croft one. I had like a huge Underworld one with like Kate Beckinsale on, and then the others, those were the two that I kept, and the others I'd just rotate depending on what films came out that I like the look of.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah, you can do that, or maybe you can't anymore. I don't know.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, that's my roundup of my week then.
Yeah.
The shit movie Thunder Twats was the one of it. My gripe with it was they didn't need to make the black lady fat and slovenly just because the white lady's fat and slovenly. She could have been, because as a kid she looks kind of just normal, not athletic but normal, and they could have just made her cool.
Yeah.
Like, what would have been the problem with that? No, she has to come in looking like some kind of out-shaped toad.
In Spy,
not cool.
Can you remember? Because in Spy, she's got her friend.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought it was the Spy Kids.
Yeah, she's got her friend who's like that British woman who's really tall. She's like tall and like
exactly. And the reason this doesn't work is because they're both like she's just a lesser, shittier version of the main woman.
Yeah.
Whereas she needs someone different to bounce off. You can't just meh. And it has like a couple of decent actors in it as well. So you're just like, well, they must have got paid.
I wonder if like I don't understand how the movies can make as much money as these like Netflix direct releases. Like it doesn't make sense in my head. Obviously they do, but like surely people are paying whatever you pay for Netflix. I don't even fucking know. It's like
£13,
whatever it is. So people are paying £13, and that money's got to be shared across every fucking thing that's on Netflix, which is everything. And then somehow there's still enough surplus cash to create direct like release things that are made only for Netflix.
Big movies as well.
How are they doing this? And how are they paying actors the same amount that they would be for these like Hollywood blockbusters? Because obviously this has become even more prevalent over the last year.
You can't do a revenue share because it's already a monthly purchase.
Yeah. So how the fuck is how does it?
I understood over like lockdown when they were releasing it like rentals.
Yeah, but I just don't understand how this happens.
I don't get it.
Because like
just the sheer volume of people. Maybe that's the money they've got available.
It doesn't make sense. I suppose like they have to do the new releases now are what they need to do to keep people staying with them because of competition. But like,
it's big. Got to be big money.
Yeah, it's got to be insane. Like I don't know.
You're talking tens to hundreds of millions to make movies now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. How does it happen?
And even if they're what are they, $1 billion? They've got to be $1 billion. Business by now.
Yeah.
Even like that's only how many. Is $1 billion?
I'm not going to do
1,000 million.
I saw a cool video the other day, and it was somebody talking about the difference between a millionaire and a billionaire, and it was like I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like if I gave you $5,000 a day, it would take you like I can't remember what it was. It was like a year or something to become a millionaire. I don't know what it was exactly. It was like if I was to give you $5,000 a day, it would take me 350 years to make you a billionaire.
How many millions is $1 billion?
1,000.
Is that right? It's not 1,000,000 millions, I know that.
No, it'll be 1,000, won't it? Because you can have 100 million, but you wouldn't have 1,000 million. That'd be a billion.
So it's 1,000. Yeah, we're right.
Yeah, it's 1,000 million.
Yeah, but so
I think.
Yeah, so if you think of it that way,
that's a lot of money.
And then obviously they're investing that money that they're making as well to make money on the money.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's probably why.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems weird. And is that going to be the landscape of things? It's going to be really interesting to know because I fucking love going to the cinema.
They're back open.
I know.
Cinemas are finally back open. Did you see the big push? Cineworld's back open.
Yeah.
I just threw my card away the other day, so I don't quite know what to do about that now.
Oops.
I'm gonna have to message them and say, one, you took months of money when you weren't even open. Can I get that back, please?
Yeah.
But because I get guest passes to take people when they come and stay.
Yeah.
So I might have to send them an email. But they're saying what's the big one they were coming out with? King Kong, Godzilla versus King Kong. That's gonna be definite cinema movie. Gotta be.
Yeah.
Can't watch that at home.
I was gonna say there's so many films that come out that like you have to see.
Have to.
And like
they're gonna have to reduce the prices. End of.
Well, I don't know how they're gonna though, because what about any of these if they've got social distancing things in place, are you just gonna you can just sit next to somebody, or are you gonna have a space in between? Because then they're gonna be losing a shitload of money just because obviously their model is built to like in an ideal world fill that room.
Yeah.
And if they can't fill the rooms anymore, if they've got to operate at like 70% capacity, that's gonna make a huge knock on their revenue. So
Well, aren't we allowed to like hug people from?
Apparently, you can hug, but there's no direct. You can't hug face to face.
Is that what he said?
I'm sure it's some retarded shit like that. You can't make direct face contact. So you got to hug in a 69 position.
How does he hug?
You got to like run and spin upside down and catch the groin.
Around them like in WWE.
Yeah, that's literally it. You got to just 69 everyone.
Yeah, because everything's opening back up on Monday. Is it Monday?
It's the 17th.
Yeah, Monday. I think it's Monday.
Yeah.
So we've got.
Normality.
That means we can go and have food in restaurants. We can go into coffee shops. We can.
Does that mean no one's going to listen to this podcast? It's coming out on Monday, and everyone will be just doing things, hugging people.
Oh, yeah, that'll be it. Yeah, true. Yeah,
hugging people and 69 people, and
maybe we'll have to release it as a morning one instead, so people can wake up to it.
Yeah,
maybe early doors, early release. Might do that.
I'll leave that.
We've recorded it bloody early enough.
Yeah, I was going to say, why not? Yeah.
Cool beans. So if you're having there you go, Mondays. Well, it is your Monday. Remember, start of a new week. Don't be moon boy lazy like I've been. Make your own energy and get the fuck up and out and about. If you're feeling a bit lazy, up and out and about today. Just get it in your head. That's all you're going to do. I've been going to bed late and getting up early.
Yeah.
I think that's a big kicker for me. Because my thing was now, if I go to bed late, tough. You've put yourself in this position and you're going to learn rather than let myself sleep in.
Yeah.
And I've started waking up before my fucking alarm now. Already. Even after just 1 week.
That's good.
So I set my alarm for like 8. Ideally, I want to be up. And I keep waking up at like 7:30. Yeah. Even if I go to sleep at 2, 3.
We've just been chatting for ages. How far are we into this? We keep doing this.
20 minutes.
We're 20 minutes in, and we haven't even talked about the whiskey. We've got proper 12.
Yeah, because we're underwhelmed by it at this point.
Yeah.
Aren't we? Really. But we just thought we should do it because you had the bottle.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it in last week's podcast, didn't I, about getting it?
We hadn't tried it, and we weren't like overly like, oh, we need to try it anyway, because we'd already heard the tales.
Yeah.
But we were in it with an open mind. Now, if this is along the lines, for me, of a Jameson's, I'm going to like it.
Yeah.
And I'm not snooty when it comes to, like, if you put it in my mouth and it tastes good, it's going back in my mouth.
Sounds like a plan, Lex. We'll wait till the podcast's over.
Lewis is now smearing himself in chocolate pudding. Na na na. Gonna wake you up in a weird way.
As well, the last podcast, I don't know how it's performed on the other platforms, but on YouTube it's done like for such an early stage, it's done better already. And I don't know whether it is because we've talked about Terramana and people are more interested in learning about some of these things, because like when these big high profile like celebrities churn something out, like, well, they're an influencer as well, but just they're not even seen as an influencer because, like, I don't know, you just don't even realise.
No, well, they're the original influencers.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, and like, because Proper 12, it's not owned by McGregor anymore, is it?
Yeah, this is the thing, right? So I don't understand the logic behind this. He was the only reason people bought into this, and they just bought him out like they think the whiskey is good enough to carry on its own.
Yeah,
which, by all accounts, it is not.
No,
like, it's not strong enough to do that in the marketplace. So I'm interested to see on that level.
It's only cheap, though.
And it's not expensive,
Yeah,
was that, 25 quid?
No, I'm sure it was less than that.
Really?
I'm sure it was like 18 quid or something.
That was so shocking, I forgot to say my R's. It's a really?
Really?
Oh, that is waddy, affordable.
Yeah, so should we give it a pour? Do you want to put some ice in, or you want to
I think we try it, pour it neat, try it neat.
Yeah.
Because I don't think, was it a popper?
Just a little gentle one, a delicate one.
You've already drunk some of it, that's why. So we didn't get it.
Do you want to,
let's do the glug test. Oh, I can't do the glug test because you poured a little bit. Well, we'll try.
Yeah.
We'll see. Oh, that's just a tap pour. Straight out. I'm going to go a bit more. Fuck it. I trained hard yesterday. I'm probably going to help with the DOMs. Oh, right. Let's have a sniff of Rooney. I smelled out of the bottle. It was a very... And again, even in the glass...
It's got nothing...
There's barely any scent to it.
Yeah. Proper 12.
I can smell
I was very underwhelmed.
It doesn't smell of anything other than... You obviously got the alcohol tones. There's a little touch of sweetness in the scent. Ooh, what's going on? That's a bit of a party ringtone for vibration.
It is. I told you you've got all those like weird vibrations so you can listen to your music without actually listening to music.
Right. Chin, 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 chin. Let's see what this is like. Yeah, that is...
It's unremarkable.
It's just nothing, yeah. Mm-hmm. There's no...
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
But it's not...
It's not overly smooth. There's no real kick of any sweetness. There is a kind of nice little heat to it.
Yeah.
It's not offensive at all. It's not like... It doesn't taste like a shit alcohol's hitting your palate. It's not... It's just not leaving any real flavour behind once it's gone down.
I'll go for a second sip.
Yeah, let's try a second. It's inoffensive. That's the only way to describe it. But there's no real punch to it. There is a nice heat. It's a very nice,
gentle,
gentle heat off it. But there is no built. Oh no, it's really lacking in body and flavour.
I'm not sure about the aftertaste. I don't know. I just think it's very. There's nothing memorable about it.
It's neither sweet nor spicy. There's nothing lasting in it.
No.
You just get the heat and then nothing. Whereas half the fun of the whiskies is that flavour breakdown. And the more you drink it, the more you taste. All I can see happening there is the heat dying down, it tasting almost like
water.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. I think it would. I think that'd be fine if you wanted.
That, mate, that's going to just turn to nothing.
Probably. Well, do you want to try it?
Let's try it. Yeah, put the ice in. Maybe it'll.
Do you want to finger the balls?
I'll finger your balls.
Okay, we've got balls of ice. The balls are joined together.
Oh, you're gonna have to deal with that, mate. They're frozen together. Your balls are a bit too firm there, buddy. Oh, as if he just knocked his balls on the side of the glass. That was the messiest.
Jesus Christ. We're just trashing the place here.
Trashing it. Ooh. Well, let's see. We'll give that 5 minutes.
I think that would be okay in like a mixer if you like whiskey mixers, maybe.
Yes. Because
it's a very just generic like.
It's definitely it's a throwaway whiskey, that, isn't it?
Yeah, which is a shame. I think that's what I mean. I think everyone was expecting something special with Connor.
I think it's unfair to compare that to Jameson's. Jameson's is leagues above that.
Do you reckon?
Jameson's is delightful. It's got a real sweet tone to it.
Yeah.
It's very smooth. It's not overly hot or spicy. It's really easy going, and I think it leaves a nice flavour in your. That leaves nothing. It literally, like, your palate clears after the heat's gone. There's nothing there.
To be fair, when I had Jameson's last, so it's been years since I've had any Jameson's, and I'm a lot more experienced with what I'm actually tasting now. So maybe
Jameson's works really well over ice as well.
Maybe we should try it again. Like maybe we'll just pull that.
We haven't had Jameson's on yet, so we should do, because it's a common one, and I've got a big bottle of it downstairs.
There we go. Then why not? If we've already got it, we'll give it a crack.
Yeah,
but
we'll do that
proper
next
12.
week,
I don't
Jameson's
know.
next week.
As far as a review goes, like I can't really say I'd recommend it.
How much is it?
I'm sure I only paid like 18 quid, and this was a while ago.
Wow, that is cheap. Hey, well, for that money, it's not bad.
Proper 12. Let me just have a look.
Well, I would recommend it for this. If you want to try drinking whiskies without ice, it's a good start point to get used to the heat and the kick.
I'm seeing it online for.
I don't know why you would
23, 24, but I know I've had it cheaper than that. But I guess it just depends on where you get it from. I know I just got it from like a little off license around the corner from me, and I'm sure it wasn't even 20 quid.
Well, underwhelming. Best way to describe that one. He's a good hype man, but he talked the shit out of that whiskey, and it does not live up to it. That's a shame. I don't understand why they've gone so weak with it.
Yeah,
it does. What percentage is it? The bottle's underwhelming as well, isn't it? That labelling is not good. It looks cheap. I like the top part with the label coming over there, but the actual label itself, I feel like they could have made that a little bit more premium. It's 40%. For a 40% whiskey, let's give it some credit, that is very, very drinkable.
Yeah.
40%, no burn on the back of the throat, no real nasty kick, neat.
Yeah.
So in terms of that, it's done very well. I just wish they put more flavour in, maybe put it in a flavoured cask of some kind, or just added a bit more sweetness to it. I think adding a bit of sweetness would have worked well with that.
Yeah. It's just Joe.
It's got good heat.
Yeah.
Just missing either a spice or a sweetness.
Yeah.
Shame.
I know.
But then in the terms, I said maybe good with mixers.
Yeah. But again, this is like I saw some reviews on it after, and everyone said the same kind of thing. It was just nothing special at all. But
it's not bad though.
Yeah.
It's just not great.
As well, actually, what I saw quite a few comments. In the last one, a few people mentioned stuff about my grandparents, so I'll just give people an update that they're both okay.
Yeah.
My granddad's out of hospital now, and he's doing okay. He's on the mend. He's actually like.
What did they end up saying?
So he's got to go back in for some other another scan. I don't know what this scan is. The hospital's not been that great with the communication. It's just hard because of COVID. It's like trying to speak to the right person at the right time. You need to just know when to call up, and if they're busy, just chances of getting hold of them are slim. So it's not been ideal. And you get like a discharge sheet, but there's so much information on there, and it's all in like medical jargon. So you like, there's no one to explain it to you. Yeah. And obviously they've spoken to my granddad, but he's 82 years old. And
if it didn't interest him, he's not remembering it.
No, exactly.
And plus your granddad's a type of, I'll be fine.
Yeah, pretty much. But
what he said, whatever, I'll be good.
Yeah, but I think it was similar to what you said in terms of it's a bit of a warning. It's not.
Yeah, there is that, but also not so much a warning. It's just things that happen.
Yeah.
So, and if it's going to happen, this is the best way for it to happen.
Yeah.
So little strokes that cause these little memory lags or little dysfunction for a few days, rather than that one big kicker that literally damages, does permanent damage. There's no recourse from. Like I said, my pops. Oh, he was so funny. There was the one where he had a bleed on the brain, where they thought was representative of a minor stroke as well.
Yeah.
Where he didn't remember where he was, who we were for 24 hours. Then started to come back, but was still a bit not fully lucid up until about 72 hours. It just then was like nothing had happened, and nothing ever happened again. And that was like for another 10 years, like he was good, like nothing. But he used to have like little wobbles every so often, and he once went down. And when my pops fell, he fell like a plank of wood.
Oh really?
Yeah, he did. There was zero reaction. He was hitting the deck as he realised he was falling.
Oh really?
Because he's in late 80s by this point. And the funny thing was, though, he didn't care. If my mum left him for too long, guaranteed, like a naughty kid, he'd do something that he shouldn't be, like 100% shouldn't be doing. Like she left for like an hour, came back, he was outside. Bearing in mind he's on a walker at this point because he'd had a hip operation, so he like can't walk without a stick, which he then transferred to just one of the wheelers because it was just easier for him. He could move quicker. She caught him. He was outside. He got the ladder out the garage.
Yeah.
He was under one of the hanging plant baskets. His little wheeler to one side, one hand on that, and he had one foot on the bottom rung of the ladder, ready to get over to try and walk to his car. She's like, "Dad, what are you doing?" And he was like, "Well, they're looking dry." He was just bored.
Yeah.
And the other time she caught him, right? This is before some mum used to have a golden retriever called Griff, who passed away the other year. He was a big dog. Mm. So she'd left him for, again, only like 45 minutes. She came back. He's leashing up the dog at the door. Griff's like bounding, ready to go. She goes, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, he's been pestering me. I think he needed a walk." Yeah. He would have literally pulled him over his Zimmer frame. Just launched him down the street. Christ. Oh, I love him. Just it's that I love the indignation towards lack of mobility. Just like, I'll get through it.
I'll just be fine.
It'll be fine. We'll have a go. What's worse that could happen? Tell you what, Pops.
The thing is that will be us. I think it'll be even worse with us because we've trained our whole lives as well. So we'll be like, we're just going to be like, nah, we'll be all right. We'll survive.
I was driving back from the gym last night, and it was like 1 o'clock by the time I got home. I got home at 1:11. 1:11.
Yeah.
Angel numbers. Literally pulled up at my gate angel numbers. I was like, back on track. Let you know. But I was driving back and I was looking at myself thinking like, driving now, same reaction, same everything. Like when I was I was like 21. Yeah. I feel no different. Like zero difference.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking the same thing to you. I was like, I wonder how some point we'll feel in like 30 years.
Yeah.
You know, you're like 60 odd.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, wonder if you do realise or whether you just carry on. And also then I started thinking towards, well, we're quite up on our anti-aging, genetic level kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I wonder how far... Because then you look at other guys who are like Stallone, pushing through into 60s doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
I think the more you stay active, the better.
Yeah.
The moment you start shutting down, sitting down, you shut down. Like, there was... someone was put on a thing 40 years old or something like that, and I looked at him and I was like, dude, you look like 50 odd. Like, how?
Yeah.
Like, why is that so different? Is it just genetics, or is it the way we take care of ourselves?
I think it's both, isn't it? And also then...
Right, we're going to try this with the ice, with UK chapter, and we'll probably come back. Hang on.
Oh,
Let me do it, and then hang on.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it's worse with ice.
That's worse. It's so bad with ice. That just tastes like vodka now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just... It tastes...
I don't even want to finish that, mate.
No, I don't. I had that sip and I was like, I'm okay.
Cannot recommend that with ice at all.
Which is weird. Like, normally most of them taste better with a bit of ice.
I cannot recommend Proper 12 at all. I cannot recommend it because you could take that £24, you could spend £6 more and get a really nice whiskey.
I'm sure some of the ones... I was going to say, some of the ones that we've been having have been in that like mid £20 range.
30 quid.
Yeah.
It'll get you a really nice one.
Yeah.
Very disappointed. Do not even want to finish that.
Yeah.
That's poor.
I'm
disappointed.
Yeah.
Oh well, Scully, with my lovely cordial juice, you shall be replacing that one.
My squash is over there. I'm going to go and get
you. Get your squash.
I'm thirsty.
Yeah, that is a poor showing. That's the first whiskey we've not enjoyed. But you know, it's the first one we bought that's a budget one. And that's what that is. That's a budget whiskey.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a budget whiskey that's not even priced at a budget price. Because, like, 24 quid, still not cheap, is it?
No,
like,
that's what I mean. That should be £18.
Yeah.
Like you said. That should be like... But even then, I'd rather buy lambs than that.
Yeah, actually, that...
Like, if you're going to go cheap,
rum,
you may as well go cheap and fun.
Yeah.
Not cheap and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely get way better drinks for cheaper.
Well done, price for getting bought out of that, because that sucks.
Yeah. Price isn't always indicative of quality either, is it?
No, sometimes no. But ugh. I can't believe we're not going to finish those.
I know, it's kind of sad. Oh well.
Yeah.
It's their first time.
There's going to be a few, I'm sure.
Yeah. But again, that's like, we need to get on this like whiskey tasting thing now. When everything's back open, we can just go and like.
Now everything's going to start. We can book stuff. Let's book one on Monday.
Yeah, because we need to actually like work out. We need to understand the profiles.
Do you know what I didn't talk about last week?
What?
Flew a fucking plane.
Oh yeah, you fucking did. Yeah, and we didn't.
Didn't mention it.
Yeah.
Flew a fucking plane. Also had Harley delivered, which you guys will not see. Because they've taken it, but I'm swapping it out already for another one, and I didn't, because the weather changed, didn't manage to actually record any writing on it. I've got like it being delivered, and then it's cool, and I've got some pictures on it, so I'll put those up, but the vlog's going to have it in, so you can see it. It's a great bike. Honestly, I really enjoy riding it. I've asked to get it back later on, but I want to flip it out, so I'm getting some more bikes coming, which we'll be doing some vlogs on. Yeah. But yeah, flew a motherfucking plane.
That's crazy, man.
What was it? Brake horsepower. Something like 190 brake horsepower. I think they call it like a G-Light or something like that. It's a 4-seater Aerolite plane. Does maximum, does about 100 and... Oh, maybe it's... Yeah. I think it does like up to 180 miles an hour, something like that.
Fuck.
Yeah. Dude, and I flew it at 115, I flew it at 100 knots. So the guy, I went there, it was in Swindon. It was Air Experiences, and it was sick, mate. Right? Yeah. So you pull up onto the airfield, which is basically they literally took the word field, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a field. So you pull onto this farm track and then onto the field, drive down to the cabin, and I got there and I was like, huh, ain't nobody wearing masks here.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, we're off the grid here.
Yeah.
As long as you behave, we're all right. I was like, I like you people already.
Yeah. Well, I suppose was it outdoors as well, then?
Yeah, outdoors. Yeah, but there was like a little coach house you go into, and everyone was just kind of meandering and socially distanced.
Yeah.
But no one was like, get Mars, go and do it. I was like, do you want a cup of tea? It was just nice. You know? I
Kind
got there, and I was like, I'm here to do my first flight.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, okay, cool. Just sign this. Like, did your little things of, you're not epileptic and don't want to die. Did all that, signed it off, and they were like, okay, so I think it was Lee, was his name. He's going to be taking you out, and it took me out to the plane. I was all prepared for like a 45-minute safety, sit down, talk.
Yeah.
Like, here we go.
Rule 1, don't crash the plane.
Yeah, and he was like, Lex, yeah. He's like, right, so this is what you're going to be flying. Went through like the engine and everything like that, and he went, right, hop in. I was like, what, we're going right up now? He went, yeah, let's talk, more flying. I was like, oh, you're my favourite human being ever. Like, that's it. Yeah. Like, he's like, yeah, just don't press the red button. I said, I want to press the red button. He went, it's your flight, press the red button then. Yeah. And so he took off. Like, he talked me through it all, took off into the air, and he went, and he told me before, you're going to be able to take the controls and obviously fly this plane, but I'm going to take it up, and then we're going to go through some small manoeuvres. I'm going to see how you are, and depending on that will be obviously how much we allow you to fly on this first one, because obviously I'm completely untrained.
Yeah.
So he takes off, and these things, when you're in normal, I'm not used to these little airlights, I've not really been in them. They just go whoop straight up, like you trundle, and then you're up, and I mean you're up quick. And I was like, to the point where you're like, oh shit, we're already hundreds of feet in the air in like seconds, just straight up. I was like, this is amazing, and you got the headphones on so you can talk to each other, because you take the headphones off, it's like, like you can't hear shit.
Yeah.
So we're up there, and he's like, yeah, so everywhere around, he's pointing out all the areas. We flew over. At first, he said, I'm just going to take you, just show you some of the little bits of the sites before, and plus so you can see how the plane handles. And I'm going to talk you through everything I'm doing, which is cool. And he flew us over, there's like in the hillside is this horse. It's called the Iron Horse or something.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, who did that? And he was like, not entirely sure. What it's Iron Age kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was like, so should we say aliens? He was like, oh, yeah, aliens.
Yeah, aliens.
Definitely. Yeah, he was really cool. And then he was like, we were flying. He was like, you can see the thunderstorm over there. So we got looked out with the weather. It was like quite sunny, but you could see literally a sheet of thunder coming in.
Yeah.
And he was just like, so do you want to fly the plane into the thunder? I was like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, controls are yours. Here's how you do it. And what you don't know about them, right? So it's a single stick. First off, I thought it'd be like Batman style.
Oh, right.
No,
okay.
it's a single stick.
Like a joystick.
Yeah, joystick. Well, yeah, but like a big...
Oh, it
big
shifts.
whole gear stick thing.
Okay.
So like down to your feet, long,
Right.
and you move it like... So it moves, obviously, up, down, left, right, when you can do angles, but pretty much you stay within the cross.
Okay.
But here's the weird thing. So you go to the right, you pull the lever all the way to the right, plane goes off to the right. Then if you bring it back to the centre, it just stays right.
Oh, right.
So it's like a lock-off system.
Okay. Yeah, so then you have to bring it left to
So
get
then
to
you have to
level
bring
out.
it back past the centre to go left to level it out, and then when you get to level out, bring it back to the middle.
Uh-huh.
So super user-friendly.
Yeah.
Like, and make like no twitchiness whatsoever. It's just like bank, straight, bank.
Yeah.
Really
so you always
easy.
just bring it back to the middle.
Yeah.
Ah.
And it will just, once you turned it right and bring it back to the middle, it'll just stay turning right the entire time until you
choose to
overcompensate to the left.
I assume they've obviously picked planes that are going to be very easy
Well,
to
this is this
take.
guy's plane. I was like, he's like, this is the... And I said to him, I said, so how long have you been flying? He's like, no, 25 years. I was like, cool. That's cool. And this is, it's a full-time job. He said, yeah, I gave up my other career and whatever I was doing, and this is now I do this like full-time. And he said, I took a dip in money, but I took an up in happiness of life.
Yeah.
I was like, that is the 100% best way to go.
Surely that's got to be such a cool job because everyone there is going and having an amazing time.
Of course.
So you're literally just working with people.
Unless you're
that are
throwing
having a
up.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you
But
don't...
who's going to book one that's going to be...
You'd be surprised.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if people underestimate, like, the level of when you're twisting it, like
really?
how much you can mess with your head. Like, yeah. But, which I'll tell you about in a sec. So,
Did you throw up?
no, I was good.
Oh.
But obviously I had a camera person in the plane,
Yeah.
who was not feeling too well.
Oh, really?
But I didn't do that. Because obviously I vlogged it.
I think controlling it yourself is going to ease that. It's the same as being car sick.
Same.
People can like
It's
drive
like
and be
car
fine.
sick times 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, be aware of that if you're going up with somebody else.
Okay.
But yeah, so he I'm gonna stop saying but now. That's the last but for the goddamn show. But like you're gonna get him out of your system. We're up in the air. I nearly did it. You saw my brain
Yeah,
turning
you were like,
over there.
don't say but.
Don't. I was like, don't say but, don't say right, don't say like, don't say so. These are all things we need to do. We need to be speaking better.
Yeah.
So I swear our vocabulary is disintegrating in front of our ears.
Yeah.
But damn it. We're up in the air, and he's like, do you want to take it towards the thunder? I was like, yeah, dude. So what we'll do is we'll fly into the cloud, and then we'll pull out to the left, and you can go back towards the sunshine, but you'll see how the weather hits the plane. And he said, plus it'll help clean some of the crap off the plane. And he said, so he says, okay, so the controls work like this. Obviously to the right, pull to the right, and we come back to center. It locks off, and then boom, we come back. And he's like, literally taking his hands off the stick when it's locked off. He's like, see, and just stay here. Super capable. And so he gives me the controls. And then straight away, he's like, okay, off to the right. And then I was like, there, no problem. Lock it back. And I ride motorbikes and stuff like that. So I'm pretty good with minor control, like feather light kind of controlling. And this seemed really easy. And he got real happy with it real fast. Yeah. Because he was like, oh, he said, you got this. Yeah, no problem. And then he was like, so we flew into the thunderstorm. All the range starts hitting it. It's like, okay, bank off to the left. It's like, off to the left. And then flatten out. It's like, right, just go wherever you want. I was like, what? Yeah. It's like, yeah, just fly wherever you want.
The sky is pretty big. Just go.
Yeah. I was like, what? Just like, I can turn wherever. Yeah, whatever. He said, like, if you want to go over to the army base, there's an army base over there. I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah. And so it literally, once you're up in the air, and then I said to him, so we can literally just fly wherever. We don't need like permissions to be in certain zones. He's like, no, just obviously you check what's around you. Yeah. And you literally shoulder check like you do in a car before you maneuver. He's like, look left, look right, off you go. I was like, this is insane. I said, well, what's the common thing you do that's like outside of just going to the airship? He goes, we'll have to nip off to the Isle of Wight for a coffee. with the wife.
Yeah.
Just nip out, have a coffee, a bit of lunch, and then come back.
Wow. Imagine the freedom.
I said, it's fucking... freedom on the bike is one thing, but this is next level. I said, what about if you want to go to France? He's like, yeah, no problem. I was like, what, you don't have to get like a permit and nothing? He goes, nah, 24 hours before, you just give them your flight number and where you're going and where you're heading and where you're landing, that's it. Oh, that's it? He's like, yeah.
What?
I was like,
I wonder what the running costs are.
I asked it, right? So, it chews through... when he goes on a flight, he said there's a thing or two about... It'll take, I think he said, 30 gallons.
Okay.
It'll run through... 30 gallons to get him to the Isle of Wight and back.
Mm-hmm. What's it? Is it diesel? Is it petrol? Is it?
Oh, it's got to be petrol, hasn't it?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it's petrol.
Not a clue.
Yeah, and they just obviously they must be able to buy it industrially, I assume as well, like a farmer would.
Is it like red diesel or?
Yeah, but maybe not. But maybe they get like someone comes in and supplies like. They'll obviously have their own supply of gas, won't they? And they'll obviously have that put in theirs, and that gets cheaper when they do it that way. I know that some commercial places do that, but that was the thing of it, man. Just like up and gone. I said button like within 4 words there. Up and just you can just go. I was like, you can just go. He's like, yeah, you can just go. I said, how much is one of these planes? Now the best way of describing this plane is, you ever been in like a really well kept but classic MG sports car?
Yeah.
Put wings on that fucker.
Yeah.
Wow. That's what this thing's like. It has a pullover canopy. Like you put your head down and go, lock it over the top.
Yeah.
So it's a full glass canopy. You can see everything. So when you bank hard, left or right, all of a sudden, you're used to seeing everything on a level, aren't you? Yeah. When you bank left, suddenly the sky becomes your right-hand side and the earth and everything is above you. It's fucking amazing. Wow. And I said to I've got it in the video. I said, not being funny, but can I do... Before we do TopGun, because it was like, can we bank hard left, bank hard right? He's like, yeah. Do one bank one way, and then you can bank 2 ways once you get the feel of it.
Yeah.
I was like, can I shout TopGun before I do it? It's like, you do whatever you want. And I was like, 1, 2, 3, TopGun! And it's off to one side, level it back out. And when you do that, the nose just goes down that way towards the earth, and you're just like, off. At which point the camera was like, I was like, you good? They're like, no, absolutely not, but you keep going.
I've got my bag.
Yeah. And he was literally like, I think I've got a bag down here somewhere.
God.
But honestly, one of the greatest things I'll do, and I worked out, so to do your pilot's license, you only need 40 or 42 hours worth of flight time.
Yeah.
And then you take a couple of exams along the way, obviously, which I assume are procedural and safety-based and all that kind of jazz. Amazing. 42 hours, and you can literally be up in the air, and you can go and hire the plane out if you want to. But to purchase one, in the plane I was in, which was a cool ass plane to me, so it was like a classic but well kept, and everything I love about the little aerolights, the noise, everything it made. 12 grand.
What?
12 grand.
Damn.
And you can be going to France for a bit of cheese and coffee.
Woohoo! That's insane.
That is my goal.
Yeah.
For like 2022.
Yeah.
Own a plane.
Wow.
Little aerolite plane. And he said you can get them cheaper than that. Because you can buy kit planes.
Yeah. Do you trust yourself to put a plane together?
We'll see how the bike in the garage goes first. And I saw one of the kit planes, and they're a 2-seater thing.
Yeah.
And you push them out by hand from the hangar, and then start them up. And there was a guy there doing that, like he was getting his kit plane out, and it was like 5 years old, and it looked pristine. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Stick 2 of you one of those, and imagine the manoeuvrability on that fucker.
Yeah.
Not only that, went up, handled it well, Top Gunned it, and landed it.
Oh, you landed it?
I fucking landed it.
I was going to say, because I've heard, like, obviously, taking off and landing, that's the difficult part of any kind, that's the most dangerous part of any of it. So I was surprised that
he looked at me and went, we were up for about an hour. He goes, so listen, I said, I'm going to work the pedals now going in, but if you want, from what I've seen, do you want to land it? I looked at him like, oh, you want to die? I felt like I needed to question him, like, how's your personal life at the moment? How's your marriage?
Yeah. Everything's going terrible.
Any crippling debt? Yeah. I thought maybe this is his last hurrah. Yeah. And he was like, you can land it. And he's just going to go arms up in the air and just go out in a blaze of glory. And he was like, seriously, he's like, yeah, I'm 100%. Just listen to what I say. And I'm you can take this in. I was like, all right. So we bank off to the right. So we're away from the airfield at this point. So we have to loop back round. So I'm banking off to the right. And he goes, there you can see the yellowish of the field. That's the airfield. That's where we're aiming for. So I bank round to the right, straighten up a bit, bank round again. And then we're coming in. As we're coming in, crosswind hits us. Now, when you're in this little aerolite, the crosswinds will literally take the plane from being straight to it flying at like an angle.
Oh, right. Shit.
So the tail kicks out at the back, but it keeps going straight.
Yeah, because I suppose there's more mass on the back end of it.
Which he showed me whilst we were up in the air by whacking the pedals left and right.
Yeah.
He was just like, yeah, so if crossing sets, you'll see, like, I'm going to mess with the tail now, and you'll see, and he just slams, so you got two pedals down by your feet, which are the rudder pedals to make it go left and right, and he just slammed it on right, and the plane just kind of went as if it was skidding sideways, drifting, straight forward.
Plane drifting.
He's just ragging these things around, and the plane's like, yeah, it's whatever, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, he just, proper confidence inspiring. So he had me bring the throttle down, which is just like a plunger in the front of the dash. He's like, just slowly edge that down. And you go from this like, and I literally moved it an inch. I went to within an inch movement. I thought, right. I looked at him like,
you just drop out the sky.
Is this still moving? Like, it sounded like it's shut down.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, that's perfect. And you feel it. It's like, look, you can see on the altimeter, we're automatic. We're dropping already, dropping. Nice. Just bring it in. We're still dropping nicely. Just straighten up a little bit. He's like, and he said to me before, whenever I say straighten up or pull up or whatever, it's little movements, tiny little movements. And so he's like, and then the crosswinds hits. And I was like, okay, I've seen this before on YouTube. I've literally seen planes landing sideways. And the wheels adjust and they do to it. So I was like, yeah, this is probably what he's used to. So it's coming in straight and it's angled, and nose is flying off, and I'm like looking at the nose, looking at him, looking at the nose, looking at him, and he's just looking at me nodding, going, yeah, keep it going, pull back a little bit more. It's coming down, ground's getting closer. I'm thinking he's going to have to take over at a minute like this. We're coming in fucking sideways, like nose is off to one side, but I'm like, I'm fucking doing it. And he's going, yeah, you're good, a little bit more, just a little bit to the right, and pull up, and then boom, we hit, and he was like, and he had his hands on the dash.
Yeah.
He's like, was all you? All you. I was like, I was under the fucking plane.
Nice.
He was like, yeah, you did.
Mad.
He was so awesome. Like, you could have had a proper job's worth up there being really stringent.
Yeah.
He was so laid back, super confident in his ability, super confident in knowing what he was talking about and what he was looking at. And just...
you get that at some places. I did like this driving experience. It's obviously not anywhere near as crazy as that. But like some of the people... So like I was in multiple different cars throughout the day. Yeah. And each car had a different person in there because they were just taking people literally like...
Wasn't the same person teaching you each time?
No.
Different person in each car?
Each car, because there was loads of other people doing stuff at the same time, and they had like 30 odd different cars on there, all different types and whatever. It was pretty cool how they had the setup. And there was 2 Nissan GTRs on there, and I got in the car and he's like, right, I've got a bet with the other guy in the other GTR that I can get this round quicker than he can today.
Sick.
And he's just like, I'm banking on you because I had a load of old fuckers with me today. And I was just like, right, I'll do my best. So he just was like, because like they have all these indicator marks, so they'll have like a cone to like, okay, this is where you start braking. This is where you start like, you know, turning to the far side to like get ready for the corner and whatnot. And he was just like, ignore the cones, listen to me, but you're gonna have to brake harder and you're gonna have to turn harder. And I was like, all right. So then we go past the cone and we're like, now, and he's just like, okay, now. Yeah,
I love it. You know, because you see just the skill set of those guys.
Yeah,
because I had that when I did when we rode over to France to go watch the Superbike Championships. And obviously, the guy hooked me up there with like pit passes and everything. But also, what we got to do was race the safety car around the track the day before. And it's the same thing. Like, I'm ragging up this straight, and the engine's going bing, 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 and I'm looking at the guy, and he's just going nothing. Now brake. And you just, it's so bizarre because you're looking at him at least 3 seconds before he says anything. Like, I would have braked already now.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting.
Yeah, I think they must just be that immune to it though, because like when we're doing it, our adrenaline's fucking pounding because we're just like going full bore. But they're doing that all day.
All day. Yeah. And they just, they must be, and they just know exactly when that point where their marker is in their head.
Especially as well, because like with that, they'll be in that car. I don't know whether they rotate, but they're in that car, so they know the car's capabilities, they know the braking distance specifically for that one vehicle. It's not like they're jumping from one to another. Because like doing the laps in some of the cars felt
it looks like a computer game in their head. Just because you have like when you play in a game and there's a method of playing the level.
Yeah,
I think that's what it's like. It's like complete desensitization. It's just technique, like that motion of you do this, you win, that gets you there, kind of.
Yeah, quite possibly. Quite
Like
possibly.
the lack of fee having a game when you're driving it, like a computer game. I think that's how they are.
Yeah, I would imagine so. If you did it.
Zero fear of the negative occurring.
Yeah, I guess because there was like your standard safety procedures beforehand, but
Oh my god, they're so boring. Yeah. 45 minutes chatting to drive a fucking car around a track, and the dude told me when we covered over 10 minutes to go and fly a bloody 190 horsepower propellered vehicle in the sky.
I think that's it though, because like planes are so safe, aren't they? Realistically, like takeoff and landing. Like, the thing is, it's because you feel like the stakes are high because you're in the air.
Yeah.
But like, if you crashed your car at 100 mile an hour into a wall, and when you're driving, there's lots of walls.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're in the sky, there's not any obstacles bar other planes and like birds maybe. I guess like if something flew into the propellers. Yeah. But like. So in theory, you would, but just like instinctively, because you're high up, you just feel like you're at risk, whereas that's numbed a little bit by cars. But then is that because of the exposure? Because we do that all the time? So we just, because you drive on the motorway, but you're not like clinging on thinking I'm going to die at any moment. Yeah. But if you just yank that wheel, you would be dead.
Yeah. Do you ever get that?
Yes, sometimes just like,
I could just drive that lorry coming the other way. I could just turn the wheel into that lorry right now.
Yeah. Or it's like in like Wales where you're doing all the twisty roads and stuff like that. Yeah. And I'm just like, if I just didn't turn here,
I just go straight off the edge.
Yeah.
I think loads like randomly my brain will go, "Hey, see that lorry coming? Yeah. You can turn into that right now."
Yeah.
Like not in a negative way, just like how mad is it?
Yeah.
Like
it's mad
insanity
that we have
of the
that level of
thought. It's
control.
like how mad is it that if you just so chose right now, you could turn that wheel 6 inches and plow into the front of that lorry. Like that's how delicate life is.
Yeah,
I don't think in a way of wanting to do it. It's just the madness of that's at our hands. That capability.
Yeah, that is all it takes, isn't it? And people just underestimate that. That's like it's so easy to do.
And the other day when I was driving, I think I was driving to yours, as a guy coming the other way in a big van. He was halfway across my fucking lane when he came around the corner.
Yeah.
I was like, that dick has no respect for life.
No.
Like that moron's one moment of idiocy could literally have ended my entire existence.
Yeah.
I had to proper think about that all the way to the gym afterwards. Like, I could have died by moron.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, and I don't think Americans get that as much because their roads are so big.
Yeah.
And they're so disconnected from one another as well, unless you're on the mountain roads. And even then, their roads are still really wide.
Are they?
Whereas here, we're literally car width apart.
Yeah.
Not car width apart, car width availability per lane.
Yeah, you barely. Some places, some fucking country lanes, you
can't fit two cars.
You can only fit one car.
And when I had the Americans come over, like Matt and Chris, they would freak out in the car. They'd be in the back of the car doing the grandma like every time a car came the other way on a normal country road.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it freaked them out. They were like, "Why the fuck are they so close?" I was like, "What are you on? This is just a normal." I said, "You wait till we get a bit further in.
Yeah,
when you have to stop for the other cars going the other way. Usually an emergency braking procedure."
Yeah. Yeah, where you're half in
the
bush.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
into the bush, and you get that wing mirror noise. It hits all the bushes.
Yeah. Oh man, I never thought about that, but it does make sense.
It freaked them out, man.
Yeah.
That and the size of doorways in all the little cottages.
Oh, really?
Look how small the little doors are.
Big old Americans.
Yeah, it's hilarious, isn't it? But you do, when you go over to America, you realise how everything is very square and beige and boring. Very beige. Like, that's what kind of lost a lot of my luster for going to America, was because we would travel to, obviously, the main points. I'm assuming you can obviously go outside of these and there's beautiful areas, but we didn't get to see that because it was work travel. So we were going to, like, LA and these...
Yeah, like, just the hot spots,
Yeah. All beige, all square, all boring. Yeah. You could have been anywhere at any point. There was no kind of history to any place. The biggest one was, I guess, Venice Beach in LA has at least its uniqueness. But outside of that, any American shopping area or anything like that could be anywhere in America.
Oh, really?
It was very bizarre.
I think because I've never been to America, and I want to go because I know it sounds stupid, but like almost every film that you see, it's in America. Yeah. I want to kind of experience that reality of it, but I suppose once you've done it, haven't you? Like,
to get to the points where it's kind of awe-inspiring, you have to go to the further reaches of the country where you kind of
national parks,
lots of and then you got like you're in nothingness for hundreds of miles.
Yeah,
so it's a different concept. Whereas here we can be 20 minutes into the mountains here, and so you go from populated to mountains. In under an hour. There they've got to drive 5-6 hours to go do that stuff, or be in a place where they're 5 to 8 hours away from the next biggest city, which is insane. Yeah, but that's like when I went to, I think it's called St. George. Yeah, where Steve Cook's based.
All right.
beautiful area, but fucking nothing there.
Have you seen where Steve is?
Lots of old people.
Maldives.
Yeah, he's just on a...
Yeah, he's just like going from like vacation to vacation.
Yeah.
And God, they look amazing. Like next level.
Maldives is always like that though.
Yeah,
that's just the Maldives picturesque resort setup.
It was called like the Lost Resort or something like that in Maldives, but yeah, and he's only just come back from somewhere else. Like I think he went straight from one place.
He went to Dubai to Maldives. He's just bouncing.
Yeah,
just checking through because him and his missus haven't seen each other for like 6 months.
Is that why?
Yeah, because she's Australian.
Okay. Right, yeah,
so
no, that makes sense.
They would not, like, they literally blocked her from coming out to see him and sent her back. She flew over, they blocked her, sent her back.
No, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I don't follow like Steve's stuff. I don't watch his videos. I just like follow him on Instagram and stuff
I
like
think
that.
he just basically said, well, fuck this.
Yeah.
We've been trapped for 6 months. I'm going to go and just travel for 6 months.
Yeah, fair play to him.
Yeah. I think he's taking a videographer with them, which must be weird though.
Yeah.
Because every picture's of them. You're like, oh, they're on holiday with that other guy.
Yeah. Imagine how much of a third wheel he feels.
I know.
Just every meal, he's just there like...
them just loving up all the time. He's like, guess I'll go back to my room and watch some midget porn then.
Yeah, it must just be the third wheel.
Yeah.
But then I suppose that's just the life of a cameraman, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, you're the third eye.
Yeah. But it would not be the same without them.
No.
They are the unsung heroes.
The unsung heroes of the highlight world.
Yeah. Yeah. This has just popped into my head randomly. Have you heard that Tenacious D song? I think it's like Roadie or something like that. And it's about like the roadies and how they make the show happen. And it's like Jack Black singing about how they're like the hero of the show, but no one ever like gives them any love.
I have at one point listened to all of Tenacious D's stuff, but only ever stuck with that one album, which was
with
Greatest Song
Tribute on.
Tribute, yeah. That album I've listened to relentlessly, but I haven't listened to any others so much.
Pick Your Destiny's got some good ones on there as well. What's the latest one? Apocalypto. I'm not a fan of that really. Like there is a couple of good songs. It's because it's weird. Like they released Apocalypto with a cartoon series that Jack Black illustrated himself. So it's just so bad, but that's why it's funny.
You've got to love him.
Yeah, like he
doesn't give a fuck.
No shits. Like and it is good if you watch it along with the series. But then I don't feel the songs stand up on their own as well as like
tribute album. The whole album, the songs are legit good beats. Mm-hmm. It's good rock music. And you sing along to them all. I didn't find that with some of the other albums.
No.
What's your favourite music for training to? That's a good one.
I think in general rock now is taken over. Metal probably more specifically in terms of like narrowing down the rock genre. But just something that's like I don't like anything like extremely heavy, like screaming. But I want it to be like heavy enough.
I like those bands that kind of blend the real aggressive metal with a lighter chorus.
Yes,
you've got like god damn it! I always see Crystal Lake is one of those. I really like Crystal Lake. But then who is it that they supported that I went to see? I can't bloody remember. I'd have to look it up. Oh, I'll look it up on my phone now. But for me, it's been massive. When the right song hits, I can go from tired to aggressive as hell.
Yeah. Like, I used to listen to a lot of hip hop while training.
Hip hop does not do it for me.
I think again, like not many modern hip hop songs I find like get me hyped. More like old school kind of 90s.
Yeah,
maybe
I do. You know, the old stuff. That old Eminem stuff used to get me.
Yeah, old Eminem, DMX stuff. DMX is fucking brilliant. That's always playing in the gym. Most of DMX's stuff as well. But
there are the odd ones. I just can't listen to too much hip hop in one go.
Yeah, and I find like depending on what I'm training, I need like different motivation because
true. I can't box to metal music.
Yeah, like some metal stuff will be like it will make me too aggressive, but then I won't be able to perform any lifts that are very technical because I'll be aggressive. So like there's like getting that balance of like
that's true, man. That's a big difference.
Because you've got like a balance of like the arousal level and then your technical ability, and as one goes up, the other goes down, and depending on different lifts they will require, like a deadlift, most people, unless a sumo deadlift different, but like a conventional deadlift, not so technical, very high arousal can work well. You can just rip blast the fucker off the floor. Whereas like if you wanted to use a sumo deadlift, which is a lot easier to lose position and then just fail the lift or fall over or other things, you need to probably be less hype, more technically focused.
Well, I've got my lifting playlist on Spotify that's open to you guys to follow if you want to. It's called Gymtastic. So Gymtastic. Tastic, Gymtastic. And on here, I've got everything. So I've got Adam Calhoun, who is like a country rap. He's a bit Kid Rockish.
Yeah.
Very aggressive in his lyrics. I kind of like him. He speaks his mind. POD, Dry Kill Logic. That is one. Yeah. Listen, Dry Kill Logic rot. If you can listen to that song and not want to murder everyone in the room, you're a better man than me, because that amps me up. And then I've got some classics on there like Saliva, Click Click Boom, Linkin Park, Papa Roach, Drowning Pool. I've even got Evanescence on there, Bring Me to Life.
Evanescence,
works for me, that song.
There was another Evanescence one that was good as well.
There was. I can't think what it is.
Was it Titanium or something like that?
No, that's that. That's not.
I'm trying to think. There is another Evanescence one which is like quite hype as well. But...
I'm just trying to find the name of that band. Oh, Marty Ray Project. If you haven't listened to this guy, he does a good song for me in the gym, which is called Blood in the Sky. But his whole album, he's on Spotify. He's an unsigned kind of country rock singer guy. He's sick. Big ass beard, cool hats, big dude. Yeah. Marty Ray Project. Give him a listen. He's on the playlist, so you'll be able to find it there if you want to. Slipknot, classic. Got to have those in there. That's it. Maybe it's Wage War. Maybe that's what they were called. I just remember I went to watch them and Crystal Lake was supporting them, and I was blown away by Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
The guy's energy in there was just insane. What else we got in there? Godsmack. Oh, Adrenalize by In the Moment. That's a really good song. Whore and Adrenalize by In This Moment. Wow, those songs. Whoop. They'll give you goosebumps. Yeah, I think it was Wage War, and then Crystal Lake were the ones supporting them. Yeah, so there you go. Gymtastic on Spotify. Just give that a listen if you like your kind of rock music stuff. There's some bangers in there. Should we do questions?
Yeah, man. On to the questions. Oh, one thing as well. We'll just say BCB, like the gym. We've got some playlists on Spotify as well.
Yeah.
We've got several because we've got we've got Black Country Metal, which is our metal playlist. Black Country Hip Hop. We've got a few different ones. So if you just type in like, if you're into rock and metal, then Black Country Metal's my favourite out of our playlists that we've got. But yeah, we've got different ones for different vibes depending on how we're feeling that day.
Huh?
We've got some good questions.
Does Mr. Lewis wear eyeliner? Watching on YouTube and saw some of his pics, his eyes really pop. That's from Third and Gel. Third and Gel.
Oh yeah, I don't wear eyeliner.
It's a female compliment, so there you go. No, he doesn't. He does actually look like you do wear it now. Yeah,
I'm looking at him up.
Just looking at you now, you do have quite an eyeliner. It's your lower eyelid is quite dark. Just not your eyelid.
It's because I don't sleep.
No, not your lid. You know the bit where you, whatever the hell you call it, where your eyelashes stick out.
What?
The tip of your lid is pretty dark. It does look like you wear eyeliner.
Oh.
That's built-in.
Built-in eyeliner? No, I don't.
There you go. That's why you were so sensual to the ladies in your younger years. Yeah, that was your difference maker.
Eyeliner.
There you go, fellas. A bit of eyeliner. Ever considered professional wrestling training? It's Stephen Blair. I've done it.
Yeah.
I did have a video of me actually. I'd competed in a WWE style wrestling match at a local event in Newcastle when I was at uni there.
Class.
Yeah. I gave the video to somebody to watch, and I can't remember who I gave it to and never got it back.
Fuck.
I know. Yeah, I've done it.
But
it's pretty good fun.
We spoke about it with Tyler,
hurts.
didn't we? We spoke about it.
Oh gosh, yeah. So Tyler, who is he still WWE?
Yeah, he's in the WWE. Yeah.
So Tyler, who's
NXT.
The NXT trains at BCB.
Yeah.
And we are supposed to be trying to get a YouTube video going to do the wrestling training with him.
As of late, it's been very hard because of COVID stuff. They've trashed everything. They've only just or not long been back at proper training themselves. Really? Yeah, so they've been doing events and stuff, but they were like in empty arenas, all recording.
It was bizarre. That was.
Yeah, it was.
It made no sense.
Yeah,
made no sense.
But yeah, they like had.
But you can't just stop. Yeah.
No, not at all.
But yeah, there's a WrestleMania was without people, wasn't it?
I don't know whether they did. I didn't watch it. I've not watched
fully, but it was all like choreographed like movie fights rather than being in a ring.
Okay.
Yeah, it was weird.
That's odd.
The Undertaker went out on one, didn't he? And it took them 8 hours to film it.
Oh really?
Yeah. It's all proper, full on done. I didn't like it.
Oh no, it's a little bit. I suppose they've got to try different things.
Too much.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, there you go. Worst fitness equipment or ideas you've been pitched to work with or use. That's a good one. The worst fitness equipment.
Shake weight.
Shake weight. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Well, those vibration plates.
No, they're decent. I take it back on that. For rehab work.
Okay, yeah, rehab great. Stuff, yeah.
They're not good for actually working out on. That's little shit.
The thing is, people go in there and they'll just like stand on them.
And just shake.
And think that them just shaking's training. I'm just like...
No, dummy. You got to hold a position.
Yeah, you got to do something. Yeah. So, I literally... When I was at a Pure Gym years ago...
Asymmetric holds on them.
There used to always be a woman just sat on there.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm just like...
Jiggling.
Yeah, just like... Why are you sat on there?
Yeah. The worst one, I think, is that frog machine thing.
Oh, what? Hold on, who did that?
Mike O'Hearn.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid. 1, it was huge. 2, it was massively expensive. And 3, it's just mountain climber.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, it was the frog climber or something.
Frog climber, stupid.
Yeah, goddamn.
Best fitness brands you've worked with? Wolverson, a few. Definitely.
Yeah, equipment-wise, Wolverson 100%. Yeah, their stuff's amazing. And, like, great team as well. Like, super helpful. Really
knowledgeable.
Yeah, I guess for you it's going to be RDX. Well, I suppose pretty much...
Fitness brand obviously Gymshark.
Yeah, of course, Gymshark.
But yeah, RDX, who I've gone with more recently, are sick. They're really proactive. They're really excited about their own products.
Yeah.
And they really... One thing that I really like about them is if I pitch an idea that benefits the follower watching the stuff, they're up for it.
Yeah.
They want to help people with their stuff.
Yeah.
And that's really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, RDX have been dope.
They're growing fast as well, the channel is, isn't it? I've noticed.
They're doing well.
Their Instagram and stuff. They're following, following's been growing a lot. Because I followed RDX for ages because I used to box, and I ended up pretty much following every equipment company when I started opening the gym just to keep an eye on different products. And I remember from knowing RDX, because it's been around a while, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been around a long time.
From being a kid.
It's been around the same amount of time as like Fairtex and Venom and all those lot.
Yeah. And I remember just thinking, they're a smaller company than I thought they were. Yeah. But then as of now, they're
based
grown.
in Bury. In England. Their office in England is in Bury in Manchester. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. And they...
is it pronounced Bury or is it Bury?
Bury.
Bury.
Bury. Bury. Bury. Bury.
I think it's Bury.
I get my hair cut.
Bury.
Bury. They're really, really proactive, and their stuff... I mean, I've had all the fight things. I don't know where they are. I was looking over there because I thought my other gloves were up here, but they're not. They've moved. I've had some Venom gloves, and they are night and day. Like, Venom gloves look cool because they were pink with a snake on them. I just love the colour. The RDX gloves are legit, technically, amazingly made.
Yeah.
You put your hand in it and you're like, oh, I can punch a wall.
Yeah.
Like, they're really good. They've upped their game because they used to be everyone used to be standardized across the board. They were kind of all very similar. Now they are, well ahead, and they're also really proactive in the fitness side, which is quite impressive.
Yes.
Like, they're creating loads of stuff like the sand kettlebells that I've showed people.
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to get they've just upped my discount percentage, and this is the rare thing. So if you use Lex RDX on their website, you'll get now 15% off, which nobody else is offering from RDX. Damn. But that also is included on heavy items, which none of their discounts used to be included on.
Yeah.
But after discussing it over and over with the guy and being like, this is what people are interested in, they've done it. Yeah. They've created 15% off, and it includes heavy items. So that's your kettlebells, your punching bags, the whole freaking shebang.
Wow.
So get on it, because once they obviously with COVID being in, stuff's coming in and being sold straight away.
Yes.
So 100%. My go-to ones for you would be the sand kettlebells, and the sandbag, which is like a 25 sandbag, and then 10 or 12 kilo kettlebells. And the if you're going to go punch bag, sod the hanging ones, go for the standalone one. It's fucking awesome, sick. Nice. And it's only 180 quid. It's like, what's it, 50 quid more than the normal hanging ones?
Yeah.
If you got the option, go for the standing one. It's sick. You can kick the living shit out of it. You can have it in your house, so you're not having to go out to a cold garage or wherever. And it's brilliant. It's fucking brilliant. Honestly, it's amazing. Really, really happy with them. Hopefully they're going to do even more. So,
yeah.
Cool beans. Best ideas for simple, good food substitutions to reduce calories or carbs, fats, etc. Well, you don't want to reduce them all, mate. You don't want to reduce your carbs or your fats. You don't want to do both. Yeah. Because that's like pulling the batteries out of the toy.
Yeah. Something's got to keep you going.
Yeah, I would say keep the fats in, because hormonal support way better with fats.
Yeah.
If you want to substitute carbs out, real easy. You can buy ready-made mash. So normal potatoes around about sweet potatoes 21 to 22 carbs per 100. So that's slightly lower than white potato, which tends to be around about 27 to 28 grams of carbs per 100.
Yeah.
So you could switch to sweet potato if you wanted. But if you buy the ready mash, it's made with what's called resistance carbs, and the whole thing is bulked out with way more fibers, and it's actually only around about 10 carbs per 100.
Oh shit!
It's the reason I buy it. So you can have twice as much for the same value as a normal straight white potato.
Yeah. I'm going to go for the boring route. It's just going to be obviously eat more veg.
Yeah.
Because that fill your meal out with more veg, reduce the more carby. If you have a lot of pasta or rice, slightly smaller portions, and then just fill it out with other things that are less carb heavy or calorie heavy.
Good cheap version. So lose, add veg definitely. Courgettes, man. So they chop them up and chuck them in any stir fry. Yeah. They're completely bulked out. They're really nice. I never thought I liked them till I used them. They're great. Broccoli, courgettes, string beans, really good. What's that other one? The Chinese one. Something bean. Like white looking.
Oh yeah. Are you thinking like the water?
Yeah, go on.
Is it watercress? Not watercress. No. It's like, I know what you mean though. The things.
What are they called?
Yeah, I don't know what they're called now. God.
White, long, tubular-looking things. Found in loads of Chinese meals. What the fuck are they called? Something bean. I swear it is.
Is it a water bean?
I don't know. But if you find out what they're called, then they're great for bulking out meals. God damn it! I had it in my head. It was the first thing I thought of when you said the question. And now my brain's gone. You've said too much. We've forgotten that now.
It'll come back to you by the end.
Yeah, it will do.
Go on.
But they're brilliant. So put those in there as well. So yeah, tip tops. There you go. Also, have your berries as snacks, because strawberries and blackberries and they're around about 5 to 7 grams of carb per 100. Here's a super secret: rhurbarb. Stew down rhubarb and pile that onto any dessert or anything you make. It'll make it taste great. 0.1 grams of carb per 100.
The only trouble with rhubarb is it's very bitter. Yes. So like
you can add sweetener to your boil down if you want to.
Yeah, I was going to say you'd have to add some kind of
or add it to something that's sweet already, which is what I used to do to bulk out something sweeter. What I forgot. You have... How long have we got going? Oh, okay, cool. You have any plans to visit Thailand when COVID is gone? Oh, Thailand. Never been. You been?
No, neither have I. I had a mate who lived there for a year and a half, and he said it was amazing. I meant to go out and visit him, but it never happened.
I just feel like it might have been bastardised by now, so you'd have to plan your trip to avoid kind of the hotspot areas a little bit.
I was watching through a video on it yesterday, and it was a podcast, but like on video format, same as this. And one of the guys lived there, and he said like he doesn't like Bangkok that much because it's so commercial. He said it's all right, it's fine, but everyone there is trying to make money off it.
I was told avoid Bangkok.
And then I can't remember what they were called, but he listed like 2 other cities, and he said they're just beautiful. They're like kind of really fun places to be, and you still got really great energy there. But people are there because they love it, not because they're trying to make money.
That's cool.
And you still get all the great things that you got there, but it's slightly less commercialised. Cool. So I'd love to go, to be fair.
Yeah, I definitely do want to go. Here we go. Axel. How to go throw break... Oh, I think he said a spell check there. He's put how to go throw breakups. Yeah, I think he's put how to go through a breakup. That's a big question, but here's a real simple point of it. When you break up, you broke up for a very good reason. You came to a conclusion that the relationship was ended. When you break up, you tend to only look at things through rose-tinted glasses and remember all the good times. Then you start wondering, oh my God, why do we break up? And you forget the fact that you came to a cumulative effect of a load of shit going on that made you get to the point of going, this is not working. So remember that. And then also, hey, start concentrating on yourself. You should focus on you now and start finding out what you enjoy, what makes you smile, and go and chase that.
Yeah.
Do not fret or worry about the other person. Yeah. Because they're probably not doing the same.
Yeah, I think as well it's like good to try and look at it as a learning experience, because
it doesn't mean it was a waste of your time. It was just a learning curve.
Yeah, you now know what is more compatible with your personality type and your preferences way better, because if you've never had a relationship before, how are you ever going to know what things are like? Because a relationship 6 months in and 6 years in are vastly different, and I think anyone who's been in a long-term relationship will understand that. And there's no way of shortcutting those lessons. No. You either learn them or you don't. So just understand that it wasn't a waste of time, because I know a lot of people feel like I've wasted years of my life, and that's not the case. You've just spent some time researching and learning what you like and don't like.
There were good points in those years, and you had fun and you enjoyed it and it made your life better at that time. And then now that journey's over and your next one's to start. So if anything, be excited about it.
Yeah. And
also, just remember, there's billions of people in the world. There wasn't just one for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Epic Realicious. It's a funny name. What's your dumbest way of getting injured? E.g., I once tried to ride a cow and broke my collarbone. That is legendary. What an awesome thing. Tried to ride a cow. Brilliant. Stupidest way of getting injured? Ooh. Well, my dumbest way was literally I blew a shoulder out putting my t-shirt on after a session because I stood under a cold fan for too long talking. Didn't realise that I'd rapidly cooled myself down, tightened everything up, and just went to put my t-shirt on and pop. Yeah. Blew my shoulder. But dumbest as in like stupidest thing I've done to get hurt. I've done lots of dumb things, but I've never really got too hurt.
I've tweaked my back. Just trying to deadlift 140 completely cold. Just like I was not even. There was like it was while we were opening the gym.
It's no riding a cow, is it? Though?
No, not at all. There was just a bar. There was a bar loaded up at the gym with 140, and I needed to move it. So I was just like, I'll just pick it up and move it, and then just twinge my back because I was literally doing nothing at the time. So
classic.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of dumb stuff I've done being hurt, but I've never been really hurt doing the dumb stuff. Yeah. I've got hurt doing the boring, mundane things.
Yeah, I think that's normally how it goes. I punched a fridge and broke my hand.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That's a stupid thing.
Take that, fridge.
Turns out fridges are really hard.
Yeah. That's why you jump in them if there's a nuclear explosion. They always seem to protect everyone.
Yeah.
Get in the fridge.
Yep.
Job sorted. Yeah, I don't really have one. I hope I don't get one either.
I thought you were going to say, but leave me with it.
Yeah. Okay. AJ versus Fury. Who you got? Fury. It's easy. Do you want to cut your hair? Sure, you will be awesome with short hair. No. What? That's like me saying, do you want to dye your hair ginger? I'm sure you'll look good ginger. You're just not going to fucking do it, are you? I've had short hair. It's boring. No.
You should try doing that full punk mohawk.
I've talked about it. I was trying to work out how.
They use isn't it sugar water or something?
Soap, apparently. Yeah, a bar of soap. And then a lot of hairspray.
Wow.
I will try it.
Yeah, you got to give that a shot. That's going to look sick.
Any training styles that influenced your training? West Side for me. I don't understand what that means.
It's West Side Barbell. So,
right. That crazy place. Is that the one?
Yeah, so Louis Simmons. It's like
really
so it's old school powerlifter.
Yeah.
And it's like...
I'm going to tell you now, who is this? Stretch and my phone. There's some awesome names. Stretch and my phone.
Stretch and my phone.
Stretch AMA phone. Stretch and my phone.
Right.
Funny.
Fair enough.
What did I see the other day? Someone put something like SpongeBob SquarePix. I like it. That West Side thing is all great, but just take a look at all of those guys now after the way they trained then. Fucked. Maybe don't do what they did with the stupidity side of the injury style training.
I think
the mentality is kind of
it was
militant.
a very high intensity kind of gym's atmosphere. A lot of the thing was as well, especially old school West Side, they were experimenting with a lot of things, so they fucked themselves up in the name of like finding out what's not going to fuck you up. So now, like, it's conjugate style training is like what people refer to as West Side, which basically means you've got very high exercise selection. You'll rotate through different variations of the lift, and so you'll only West Side, I think they literally would only do a single session with that. So you would do a bench press with reverse red bands, and the next session would be board press, then the next session would be with chains, and the next session would be tempo, and you just and then you run a cycle, and then by the time you come back around to the original version of the lift, you've gained strength in different variations of it, which should lead to
that makes complete sense. I like training like I have a similar less in-depth method of cycling week by week of the style, which I'm going back to now. Which is like I do a volume week, a heavy week, and a mind to muscle week, and then we rotate back round, and it works really well.
That West Side conjugate stuff is good.
I don't think I've had anything that's influenced me other than, I have. I mean, obviously I was fighting for many years, and some of the style of the mentality of that training and some of the methods have crossed over into my weightlifting stuff.
For me, I would just say generally
style training.
Just general strength specific training that has periodization built into programs, because like I used to follow some stupid bodybuilding programs that had no form of progression in it. It was just exercises,
smash a body part to death in one go.
Just an exercise with no recommendations of how you actually do it, no sets, no reps, no periodization. So you just do the same thing over and over again and wonder why nothing happened.
Other than that first initial stimulation.
You make some progress initially.
Out rapidly. Yeah, so don't do the bro split of one body part a day. It doesn't. It's not the most efficient way. It doesn't even function to how your body protein synthesis functions, which is every 48, 72 hours you need to be hitting that muscle group again to get the stimulus. So frequency training is the best way to be generalized. Do you want just a ask to keep this CREWCast going, as it's my weekly routine to listen to it. Love it. Cheers, Brett. You are the question king, Brett. You're always in here.
He's always on there.
80s theme, pick one. Film, song, and TV show.
Oh. I don't know if I know any 80s TV shows.
I'm very bad at remembering when things are from.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think I go 80s. I don't think I am. I think I'm more 90s.
Yeah, I'm more 90s as well, if I'm honest.
Oh, can we do an 80s film?
I'm trying to think. So it's going to be for me, it'll be Rambo.
Oh, is that 80s? I'm all in on Rambo.
Sure.
Original Rambo. It's late 80s, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be the original Rambo, I'm sure.
When was the original Terminator?
I don't know. No, that's got to be 80s as well, surely, or is that only 90s?
Oh, there we go. Rambo and Terminator. Song from the 80s.
86 was the original Rambo, I think. Oh, no, hold on. No, it wasn't. First Blood.
86?
It was 82.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. He was already 30 years old when he filmed that as well.
God damn.
Damn, he's been around.
Yes.
That's impressive.
What an awesome guy. Yeah, I'm terrible at knowing times and dates.
So, we got it for 80s music, Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi.
Oh, God.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
TV show from the 80s? Not a clue.
I don't know any TV shows.
Not a clue. What's something we might have watched reruns of? Let's Google it. 80s TV shows. 80s TV shows. Let's see what pops up first. Robin Hood? Well, I didn't watch any of that. Terrorhawks? No.
Nope.
Trapdoor?
Don't know that.
I remember that being replayed as a kid on Channel 4. They brought it back. It says, don't you go down that trapdoor.
What about Crystal Maze? Was that early 90s, or was that actually into the 80s?
Look at it. I've never watched any of these. Listen to it. Buck Rogers. A-Team. Boom. The A-Team.
Okay, yeah.
That's that one.
Yeah, I've seen
We've
A-Team.
all seen that because that got replayed forever. Yeah. Never seen any of the other ones. Original Miami Vice, never seen it.
You used to watch the He-Man cartoons and Thundercats and stuff like that.
I don't think they're 80s though, are they? I think they're...
Surely they are.
Are they?
Yeah, He-Man and Thundercats have got to be.
Well, they're not in here.
Yeah, but they're like cartoons, aren't they?
Jesus, there was an Ewoks cartoon. I've never seen that.
Thunder.
Oh my God. Baywatch is 80s. Ghostbusters.
85 was Thundercats.
Right, so there you go. Ghostbusters, A-Team, and Thundercats.
So yeah, I like Thundercats more than He-Man, personally. I like them both, but...
Yeah, I was Thundercats.
Yeah. Thunder,
Lionel. How long have we got left on that?
We've got to be
What's
done
the time
now.
saying on the video? Can you see it from there with your eyeliner eyes? Oh!
We got 20 seconds.
20 seconds before the YouTube video goes out. We've got one more last question that is on the bottom of the thing. I'll just go to that, and it says, please do a review of the V-Form trainer. What the hell is that?
I have no idea.
I'm assuming you don't know about it. It sucks. That's our review. So there you go. Well done. We made it.
Yep. Another one in the bag.
Another one in the bag. I hope you're all having a wonderful Monday.
Don't buy Proper 12.
Don't buy it. Don't buy it. It's a big no from us.
No.
It's a big no from us, but it's a big bye-bye YouTube. You're blacked out. And remember, it's a new week. The moons have changed, so there's no more excuses. Yeah. Let's get ourselves back on track. If you did some good in the other week, keep it rolling. If you didn't do so good, change it.
Yep.
That's all we can do. Nobody's perfect. And don't remember, if you think something's stupid, just remember, Lewis and I are probably thinking the same dumb thing.
Yep, for
that's
sure.
it. So we're out. We'll see you all next week.
Have a good one.
Toodle pip.